No one is more oppressed than those who use victimhood as an excuse for making poor decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, today's video is a conservative who tries to rescue a black college student who's full of victimhood and blames everything on Trump. Let's jump straight into the video and watch.
I'm Chris.
What's your name?
Chris.
Chris? Okay,
Yeah.
Chris.
I want you to tell me exactly the point in history where America was great.
You know,
As
it's
a
funny.
black man.
Point to me a time in history where America wasn't great. Tell me where
The
it
birth
starts.
of America.
No, point in America where
country
America
was
wasn't
built
great.
on murder and thievery and deception. What do you mean?
Now let me explain this to you real quick. This is for everybody to listen to. Everybody always have this perception that we shouldn't acknowledge America as being great. America started at a certain point and grew and came better over time. No country that you know of was 100% perfect at the foundation. No country.
You
no
didn't answer my
country in the
question.
world. No countries in Africa, no countries in Europe. You can name it. Everybody started at a certain point, and it became greater
You
over
didn't
time.
answer my question.
Ever since you've been alive, America has been the greatest it's ever been.
You think so?
100%, brother. You can name somewhere else that's better than America. And why don't you live there?
I'm not sure.
I know you're not sure because they don't exist.
Were they?
Show me somewhere else that's as diverse as America. Anywhere.
As
Pick it.
diverse?
That's as diverse.
What does diversity mean if people are
Opportunities
being
for
discriminated
all
against?
people. Show me another country that give opportunities for all people like America
Do you
does.
think we have the same opportunity as everybody else, as black people?
Yeah, 100%.
With a 200-year economic head start on us and no
What's stopping
reparations?
you now? Aren't you at this university?
Yeah.
You're at the university just like all these white people. How's that any different? Can't you?
I want you to go two blocks that way and tell me
Forget
where
that.
they at.
You can read. You can go to class. You can make good grades. I'm hoping that you're making straight A's. How is America stopping you from doing that? And how is it stopping you from being prosperous enough to go down the street and make a difference in your own community? How is America stopping you from doing that?
Why is it my responsibility to make a difference in my community that was sabotaged from the start?
Let's go back to the foundation.
Do you think the CIA planted drugs in our communities?
They didn't make you sell it.
Do you think they?
No. I agree.
Do you think they
I
burned
read
down
stories of how
black
the CIA,
businesses? Do you know what Black Hollywood is?
Let's go one at a time.
You know, this college student is so full of victimhood. Well, ladies and gentlemen, victimhood is a disease. If you play the victim card, you are doing yourself a disservice, you know? Victimhood is a cancer. Oh my goodness. Well, let's carry on. Let's watch the video.
I've heard stories that the CIA planted drugs in the inner city communities. Not every black community, but in some. They still don't make you go and sell drugs to your brother, do they? Why are you not selling drugs right now? Because it doesn't make sense for you to do that. You have an opportunity to go to a university, get an education, and make yourself better and make your family better in the next few generations. Nobody's stopping us from doing that. I'm sitting on campus right now, and all these people are listening to me.
You know what's stopping
What's
everybody?
stopping me?
Money.
In America, what's stopping you from making money in America?
What the is not stopping us from making money?
You
What
got
the
the same
do you
university as
mean?
all these white people. How you got a different?
Exactly.
You said what? Excuse me?
We're in debt.
That's
That's our
your
fault. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, right?
Okay,
We were never given boots to begin with.
Let's start with this. I actually went and graduated from a university. So I'm not a guy that didn't go to college. I had a full scholarship, so I didn't pay for school in my undergrad. Graduate school, I paid for out of my pocket. I did not get a loan. I mean, I did not have to get loan forgiveness or nothing like that. I had $11,000 worth of debt and I paid it. How is that different than anybody else out here?
Because everybody doesn't have the same opportunity.
I'm black though. How did I pay my loan off and you can't? Or
Where you from?
wait, I'm from Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Dunbar High School.
Fort Worth,
right
Texas.
in the hood and stop 6. Right in the hood and stop 6. How did I get to this point if America's against me?
Did everybody in your neighborhood get to that point?
Well, different choices. There's a lot of people in my
Where your
neighborhood that
childhood
made it
friends
out
at?
because they made better choices. I could have sold drugs. I didn't. Why?
What do you-
Because I wanted something better out of my life.
What do you say about the disproportionate wealth? Is that
Okay.
does that not matter?
It's about culture.
Oh man.
How much money do you save?
I don't know. I'm in debt, bro.
You in debt. How much do you invest?
I don't know.
How did you get into debt?
These are very good questions that this guy is asking this guy. Rather, he's asking the college guy. These are very good questions, you know, because he's trying to show him that everything in life or everything that happens to you, don't blame any system. Don't always blame someone who's invincible, that, you know, they are the cause, you know. No. Sometimes however your life turns out to be, is all a function of your choices. That's what this guy's trying to point into and expose this college guy, you know, to that kind of information. You see? But a lot of times, you know, whenever people do anything, they don't want to, you know, pay for the price. They don't want to pay for the consequence of their actions. Sad to say, but it happens. It happens, and this guy is in college, but you know, he's being programmed differently. Well, let's continue watching the video.
Who chose to come here?
Me.
Well, that's you laid it out. Now, when you come here, for every college student here, this should be an investment into your future.
Right.
Anybody that know anything about making money knows that you have to invest to get to the next step.
You may be in debt.
You may be in debt to make an investment to get to the next step. So if you do this properly, this is a debt investment to make more money in the future. If you come here and clown around and take a major that won't put you anywhere, then you just got into debt for no doggone reason. It's a cultural thing. Black people in America don't have wealth like others because they choose not to generate wealth through investments and passing their money down.
Who's teaching us to do this?
We should teach each other to do it. Why does somebody got to teach? You want the white man to teach us? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, hell, teach us something.
Okay, no, you could teach something. You got a college, you can get in a college education. When you have children, teach your children.
So basically help yourselves. We know you have this 200-year head start.
That doesn't matter, bro. You don't have nothing to do with You don't have nothing to do with that.
Oh.
You don't have nothing to do with that.
I thought you said one at a time.
You don't have nothing to do with that.
I don't have nothing to do with what?
The 200 years that you're talking about.
Yes, I do. Have you ever heard of generational trauma, generational wealth? My people don't own anything.
Where you come
nothing.
From?
How can you build something when my people come from nothing? I come from South Memphis.
And I come from Stop 6.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I went to university.
What does comparison mean?
It
what
means
does
that
comparison mean when the statistics say that we are behind?
We are not behind. Some people are behind. We're not behind. Why? Because we make positive decisions. He's not behind. He's not behind. She's not behind. Do I want to go point out
a college campus?
But does college guarantee a success?
You're on a college campus.
It depends on what you do with what you have presented to you. You were born in wherever you were born at. Look at you now. What's the difference between you and other people that didn't choose?
Opportunity.
How did you get an opportunity that other people didn't? You were in debt, so you didn't have the money. You didn't have the money to pay for it.
My parents didn't have much, but they had enough to keep me out the hood trying to make some money any way I can. I know people who have no anything. They have to go out there. They have no other choice. They have a horrible education. Do you know what the education system is like here? It's horrible.
Okay, so let's explain it like this. I wanna make sure we talk it at the same level.
All right.
So in America, every single person has an opportunity to do something with what they have in their hand.
And we have nothing in our hands. That's the point.
Let me say this. I believe wholeheartedly that God gives you a hand of cards to play. Hear me out.
God gives you
Hear me out. God gives you a hand of cards to play. Not everybody's hand is the same. What you can have a full deck of great cards and you play them poorly, you won't make it in life. You can have a bad hand. You play them strategically and you play them right, you'll do good in life. You had a not so good hand growing up where you grew up at. You made positive decisions that led you here. That's the hand you've been dealt. Everybody don't have a freaking silver spoon in their mouth. America is the only place.
They proportionately
Who is they?
Everybody else, man.
Everybody else like who? Are you saying white people? Brother, you in the same situation as all these white people and you playing the victim.
Am I?
You at the same university?
Am I? What does the same university have to do with anything?
You go to the same classes?
I had a 4.3 GPA in high school. I did what I was supposed
What
to
you got now?
I did what I was supposed to do.
What's your GPA now?
3.6.
Brother, what's holding you back then?
That's the point. Everybody doesn't have a 3.6. Everybody is
Do
not.
you just get a 3.6 because you woke up one day? You studied, didn't you?
Right, no,
What?
I actually didn't.
You didn't study.
No.
So then you have a gift that you can go and make a 3-point something and don't even study.
Right.
Brother, I mean, I don't know. I think we're wasting our time talking to each other. The bottom line is that if you study, you work hard, you play the cards that you're dealt properly, you will be successful.
You know, this is actually sad, you know. Just imagine this young gentleman here. He grows up, he gets married, you know, gets a wife, children, you know, and this is the type of philosophy that he has and how he sees the world, you know, around him. You know, this victimhood mentality. Think about how his children are going to be raised. What will he tell his children, you know? How is he going to mold his children? What is he going to say to them? You know, what kind of a role model will he be to his kids? And you can just pretty much, you know, tell, you know, what the future is for them. You see? Because the level of the victimhood mentality, it's so staggering. Oh my word, it's so staggering. I mean, you wouldn't expect someone who is actually learning or who's educated, you know, who's growing and changing, you know, who's getting knowledge, you know, being fed to them on a daily basis, would think this way. No, you wouldn't expect this. You know, he's thinking like a guy from the village somewhere. And I don't mean any disrespect, but oh my goodness, it's so horrifying. Anyways, let us continue watching the video. Let us continue watching.
This country makes more millionaires than anywhere in the world. You can talk, Oprah Winfrey came from nothing. Tyler Perry came from nothing. I mean, you go down a list. You go down a list, brother.
Why are you naming rich black people?
Because these are the people.
Why are you naming
what
rich
about me?
black people?
All right, me.
You talking about,
about
me
me?
and you. I'm talking about everybody in the surrounding, everybody outside of this bubble.
Listen, man, you're a product of your decision making. You're an example that you can come from nothing and come to the university.
A product of your decision making when the majority
you
of
came
others
from
are a
nothing and you're
product
at
of
the
their
university.
environment.
What are we saying? You came from nothing, you're at the university. Well, how about you go and teach other young men like you that grew up where you grew up how to do what you did to get here, period. What's the problem in that? Well, come to the mic, please. Can you come to the mic?
He want me off the mic.
Come, no, it doesn't matter about recording. Can you come to the mic so we can hear your question, please?
Come on. Come on, we
No,
can double
it's
team the
so
mic.
we can get the audio in.
We can double team the mic. We can double team the mic.
Just
It's
ask
okay.
the question and I'll try to answer your question. Hold on one second. What's your question?
How does everyone have an opportunity when systematically the U.S. has multiple inequities within?
What inequities? Can you explain one?
Inequities in education.
Wait a minute, inequities in education, what does that mean? Do you consider yourself a minority?
I do.
Is the country against you?
Well, what a video. What a video. Sad to say, but this guy, this college student, he will never amount to anything in life with that type of a victimhood mentality of his. He will never amount to anything in life. You know, some people, they just love to be victims. Can you imagine? It's as if he enjoys pitying himself, you know, seeing himself down, you know, just to pity over himself. It's as if somebody, you know, shares a different opinion to his, they don't get it. Then all of a sudden you become the enemy. But this is so sad. I mean, he's just a young guy. He's just a young guy. Can you imagine? He's become his own oppressor because of his mentality, the victimhood mentality. He's become his own oppressor. Guys, this college student is literally in the same school as everyone else around him, but he doesn't see it. He is literally exposed to the same opportunities as everyone else. Yet he chooses to make the choice of playing the victim card. This is a guy who's in the same school, exposed to the very same opportunities, but even in the midst of all that, he still chooses to see himself as the victim. I'm behind. Don't tell me otherwise. All I know, I'm behind. All I know, I am inferior. I'm inferior. Don't tell me anything otherwise. All I know is I'm inferior. Can you imagine? Brandon there, he was, doing everything that he can. He was trying to show him that no, that's not the way. Life is all about choices. If you make good choices, you amount to good things in life. It's about choices. It doesn't matter what the environment is doing. Of course, there may be, people who may try to subjugate themselves over others. Of course it happens. Come on. There are evil people out there. But hey, at the end of the day, you still have a choice to make. Whether you choose to stay down or you choose to get up and go on and make a life something. And make something out of your life. It's still at the end of the day, still there is a choice. There is a choice. Can you imagine? He just wants to play the victim card. Being the victim. Being the victim. Being the victim. He even asked who is supposed to teach us. I wish if Brandon would have said to him, your parents are supposed to teach you. But even if they didn't teach you, hey, it doesn't matter. It's not up to you to make that choice, to self-educate yourself. Do something about your situation. Do something about your situation. What do? Seek out for information. Seek out for knowledge to better your life. That's how winning is done, ladies and gentlemen. You research, invest time, apply knowledge, dedicate yourself consistently to doing the actions that will help you move from where you are. That's how you win in life. That's how you get to the higher levels. You asked, why are you talking about the rich black guys, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey? Hey, they didn't start it that way. That's what Brendan was trying to highlight to this guy. All these people that we celebrate today, they didn't start that way. But they did something in the midst of the opposition, in the midst of the challenge, and their lives will completely change forever. You see? Yeah. Because if you spend your life worrying about, who owns what and what they do with what they own, it's not going to improve your life. It's not going to change your life. No, it won't. It won't. You see? No one is more oppressed, than those who use victimhood as an excuse for making the right choices. No. You don't win in life that way. When you just wants to blame everyone else for your failures or, the self-entitlement mentality. Give me. No. Nobody ever wins that way. My greatest desire is that he someday discovers the truth and live a productive life. Tell me also what you think for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I want to hear your views.